Hello everyone. Thank you for stopping by my YouTube channel, Get Crafty with Sally. My name is Sally Poole. I am a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Albany, Oregon. Welcome. Today I'm going to be showing you how I made this fun fold. It's called a Tri-Shutter card. And it looks kind of complicated, but of course it isn't. It does fold up to fit in an envelope. The last crazy fun fold that I had, I forgot to show how you fold it up on the video, and I had lots of questions about that. So this is not too thick, so I think it should fit in an envelope nicely. The paper that I'm using today is the Modern Christmas Designer Series paper. You can see that I've whacked this up already pretty good. It is an online exclusive, so it is not in the mini catalog. It is available. I did look it up to make sure that you could buy it before I made the video. I'm also going to use some of the Greetings for You Mix and Match sentiments from this ephemera pack. I don't usually use things like this, but I think these are pretty nice and they are handy and easy to use. Those are also online exclusive and they are available, so you can purchase those if you want to. Let's see. This card, I did the background in basic white. The one that we're going to do now for the video, I'm going to use basic black for the background. So let's scoot some of this stuff out of the way. Oh, if you want to grab a screenshot of this, you can. I will have a PDF of all the measurements and supplies that I've used linked down below this video in the description box. So you can either grab a screenshot of this or just use my PDF. So let's scooch this out of the way. And for the card base, it is 5.5 by 12, so you will need 12 by 12 paper cardstock. And I am going to, instead of using my trimmer to score this, I'm actually going to use this Simply Scored by Stampin' Up. Let me see if I can get it in the screen. So I am just going to place the 12-inch edge up at the top of the Simply Scored, and we are going to score this paper at 2 inches, 4 inches, 8 inches, and 10 inches. So let's do that. Hopefully I won't get a bunch of reflection off my ring light and I won't be able to see. So 2, 4, 8, and 10. So those are our score lines where we're going to make our folds. So let me set the Simply Scored aside, and I'm going to grab my trimmer. Hopefully I can demonstrate this without sticking my head in front of the camera. So what we're going to do, we've got our 2, 4, 8, and 10 score lines, inches. We are now going to cut a line between the 2-inch score line and the 10-inch score line on the inside. And it's going to be 1.5 inches from this edge. And then we're going to do another one 1.5 inches from the other edge. So let's place this in our trimmer. And I'm going to, I don't think I can show all this in the camera. I'll scoot this up just for a second. I'm going to line this edge up at the 1.5 inch mark. And I'm going to try to move this with the paper in it now. I have slid my cutting blade so that it's in between the 2-inch score line and the 10-inch score line. And I'm going to place that down on my paper. I'm going to slide this up to, yes, I can't see it from here. Slide that up to the 2-inch line, down here to the 10-inch line. I think I got that, but I might need to go just a little bit more. I'm going to lift my blade up, and I'm going to flip my paper over, line it up again at the 1-inch measurement on my trimmer. Make sure my blade is in between, somewhere in between the 2 and the 10-inch score lines. Place my blade down. I'm going to slide it down to the 10-inch score line and up to the 2-inch. Cross my fingers and hope that I'm getting it far enough. I think that's good. Okay, and I will try to make a template for where you cut and where you score. I'm not the best at making things like that, but I'll give it a try. So let me try to sit down here. I've got, of course, my dog came in and laid down underneath where my feet go. So I'm going to flip this over, and I'm going to fold this left side back, lining it up with the edges. Give that a good burnish with the bone folder so that it has a crisp crease. Then on the right side, I'm going to fold this one forward. Make sure that it's lined up. Give that a press. And then on this middle section, you want this first fold to pop up. So as you're popping that up, this back one is kind of going to want to go down, or these back two. So let them go down, kind of give them a little squinch. And then this second one, which would be your 8-inch score line, it's going to go towards the back. And then you want these other two to come towards the front when it goes towards the back. Hopefully that makes sense. So that's how it folds up nicely. Can you see all that? So this one folds to the back, this one comes up, these two go back, this middle one goes back, these two come up, and then the right side comes towards the front. So I am going to fold this up, and I am going to give all of these score lines a good little press. So there, we have a nice folded, crisp card base. Now we can start putting our DSP and our background paper together. And I am using, I forgot to bring it over here. For the gold, I have got my favorite retired distressed gold paper. You can certainly use gold foil if you want, or any other color. So let's take our, I'm going to start at this left side and work my way over. So let's take our we've got 1 7/8 by 5 3/8 in the gold. You're going to need 2 of those, one for each side. And we are going to adhere our 1 3/4 by 5 1/4 inch designer series paper to the gold. And I did grab some different patterns of designer series paper for this trip around the sun. I tend to use the papers that I like best first, of course. I suppose most people do that. And I did use several of them. I've only got 2 card examples so far, but I did use several different papers on them from this pack. And so I just kind of like to mix and mingle and see what things look like. I'm thinking about, I really like red and gold and black together, although it seems kind of oriental to me. I've been thinking about trying a red background, but I'm kind of scared. So I don't know if I will or not. So let's put some glue on the back of our gold piece. And we will line it up on this left side. I'm going to try to get all of the, all of the margins around the gold in the designer series paper equal on the black. So now let's take our, we've got these 2 little pieces that are the same size, and then this one in the middle that's a little bit taller. So let's grab those. So for the gold that I have behind the fa la 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 la, those are 1 7/8 by 1 3/8, and you're going to need 4 of those. And then the designer series paper that I'm using is 1 3/4 by 1 1/4. You'll also need 4 of those. I did glue pieces from the right side of the card together already. That, I think my dog just bumped the camera stand. The ones that I'm doing right here. Sorry about that. So you won't have to watch me glue every little thing together. So there's one of those. It's garbage day, and I think he hears the garbage trucks off in the distance because I left the back door open so they could come and go today. So there's those 2. Those are the top and bottom for the left. And then this is what goes in between. The gold is 1 7/8 by 2 3/8. You need 2 of those. And then the designer series paper is 1 3/4 by 2 1/4. You'll also need 2 of those. So let's adhere these together. I'm trying to save time so my video isn't so long. Not only trying to save you time watching it, but as I've mentioned before, my videos for some reason take forever to upload, so it would be nicer if I had a shorter video and maybe I could get it uploaded in a reasonable amount of time. So let's place one of these little ones up here in our second column. I'm not sure what I think about that design of the paper. And then I'm going to do the one right underneath it next because I like to try to line the edges up with the pieces that are near what I'm putting down, so I can kind of see that these are lined up pretty good. And then let's put this little bottom one on. You wouldn't even need to use all the paper from this paper pack. I mean, you can go outside of this paper pack and find some other Christmas paper that has gold in it. Those might be fun to mix with this. So the next thing that we've got is, and I feel like I'm missing something. Nope, here it is. We have got, for the top and bottom of the middle, the gold pieces are 3 7/8 by 1 1/8. And the designer series paper that goes on top of it is 3 3/4 by 1 1/4. So let's adhere these together. I've got glue stuck all over my fingers already. So there's the top. Here's the middle piece, which is 3 7/8 by 2 3/8 in the gold, and 3 3/4 by 2 1/4 in the designer series paper, and you only need one of each of these. So let's line these up. And then we'll take the skinny one and put that on the top center panel. Hopefully that is straight. And then we'll put the larger middle piece on. How many of you have taken advantage of the demonstrator sign up? Wow, what a deal. $125 worth of product for $35. That's crazy. I hope a lot of you did it. Plus, you get free shipping, plus get a free paper pumpkin kit also. So even if you don't want to be a demonstrator, which if you sign up, you don't have to act like a demonstrator, you can still take advantage of that great deal. I mean, it is fabulous. So now I've got all my little pieces that I've already glued together. Yay. So let's take this long skinny one and we will adhere it to the bottom. Today started out gloomy, rainy this morning, and I had seen on my phone that it was supposed to be sunny and 65, and when I got up, I thought, wow, they got that wrong. But now it is. It's really nice outside and sunny, and it might be warmer than 65. I have lived here in Oregon forever, and I don't believe I have ever seen it change that much. Well, it has done things like rain, snow, sleet, sun, but it was so dark and gloomy this morning that I was thinking there's no way it was going to get sunny. And it wasn't like there was just a few clouds in the sky. It was stormy looking outside. Okay, so let's put another one of these little small guys up here. And then we'll get our middle one. I'm going to get these out of the way. Try to line that up. I got something crooked there. That one's not quite right. Too late now. Frustration, but I'll get over it. And then this one goes down here in the bottom. And then we've got our last side piece here. So if you don't want to use the ephemera pack, you could just obviously stamp a sentiment in black or emboss one in gold and put it wherever you want. There's plenty of panels to place things on. So let's fold that up. So that's what it looks like folded. What do you think of that? I think this paper, I guess it's holly, looks better than I thought it was going to, and this looks okay. It kind of reminds me of masquerade stuff for whatever reason. I'm not sure what that even means. So let's take our Greetings for You Mix and Match Ephemera Pack. Again, that can be found in the mini catalog on page 15. They are adhesive back sheets. They're pre-cut. You get 2 each of 3 designs on the sheets. They do include gold foil, so they are nice. And they are made very well. So I am going to, let's see, I'm going to grab a 'Tis the season. And I am not going to peel the backing off because I am going to pop it up on dimensionals. So let's put just a couple dimensionals on the back. And then I think I'm going to have to stand it up to see where I want this to go. I don't want it right in the center of that. I want it a little farther over. Let me see if I've got it straight. Nope. Still not. Okay. And I am going to tie a bow. I've got some gold. It is just called shimmer ribbon. It is Stampin' Up and it's 3/8 inches wide. I can't remember if it's current or not. I don't think it is. I think I've had it a while. Got my little ribbon tire here. So let's tie a bow. Since I can't seem to do it by hand very well. So there is a nice little bow. And I am just going to put a glue dot, if I can find what I did with them. Here they are. Just gonna stick a glue dot right in the middle. And I'm gonna place it right above my sentiment, but not on the fold line. Let's see. I think I'll put it over here farther. Right there. That just doesn't want to stay where it's supposed to. And then I'm going to grab some decent scissors. And let's cut our little tails. And I am not going to let me cut that. I can't cut and talk at the same time. I am not going to put anything on the back right now, but I probably will when it's time to give these to somebody. And you can also put embellishments on here if you want. I did get some of my embellishments out. I got some of the gold ones from the little Festive Pearls pack out, and I got some other gold ones and I can't find them now. But I just didn't think that they really needed to be on there. So one more thing, you can also, if you want to, instead of using the ribbon for the bow, you can cut little bows out with dies if you have them. This one happens to be from the patterned tags die pack, so that would look really cute on there. So anyway, that is the card. What do you think of it? So that's the one with the paper that I wasn't too sure about. Here's the one I originally showed you with white background. And then this one I did black background with the tree pattern paper, which I love. And I think this black and white paper looks pretty cool on here too. So let me know if you have a favorite, if you like this fun fold, if you think you're going to make one. And I love it when people make these cards after they've watched my videos and have sent me a picture of their cards. I think that's awesome. So anyway, if you're getting anything out of my videos, please hit the like button, share them with your friends and family, and if you have not yet subscribed to my YouTube channel, please do so. It really does help my channel grow. I appreciate you stopping by again. It's so fun to have you here with me, and I will see you next time. Bye.